Boss fired me, then begged me to return. The full story. Funny how quickly people forget your value. Until the day you're no longer there. For 4 years, I was the employee nobody noticed. The one who stayed late, fixed problems before anyone else saw them, covered for coworkers, kept everything running behind the scenes. Then one Friday afternoon, my boss fired me without giving me 5 minutes to explain myself. 2 months later, he was calling me every single day, begging me to come back. By then, the answer was no. My name is Chloe, and this is the story of how losing my job became the best thing that ever happened to me. I joined Brightwell Logistics right after finishing college. The pay wasn't amazing. The office wasn't glamorous, but I loved solving problems. Within a year, I became the person everyone relied on. Need a missing shipment found? Ask Chloe. Client threatening to cancel? Chloe will fix it. Software acting up? Call Chloe. My official title was Operations Coordinator. Unofficially, I kept the department from falling apart. The only problem was my manager. His name was Richard. Richard loved taking credit. Whenever our team succeeded, he presented the results as his own. Whenever something went wrong, someone else got blamed. Usually me. I tried ignoring it. After all, I wasn't working for compliments. I was building experience. Then the company landed its biggest client in years. Everyone celebrated. Richard assigned me to oversee nearly every part of the transition. For 6 straight weeks, I worked 12-hour days, skipped weekends, canceled vacation plans, missed birthdays. I wanted everything to be perfect. Eventually, the project launched successfully. The client loved it. Senior executives congratulated Richard. He smiled, accepted every compliment, and never once mentioned my name. That hurt, but I moved on. Then everything changed. About a month later, the new client experienced a major shipping delay. Orders arrived late across 3 states. Customers were furious. Senior management demanded answers. Richard called an emergency meeting. The entire department gathered in the conference room. I expected us to solve the problem together. Instead, Richard looked directly at me. The mistake happened because Chloe failed to update the shipping schedule. I froze because I hadn't touched that schedule. Richard had personally changed it 3 days earlier. I still had the email approving his changes. Before I could explain, he interrupted. This level of carelessness has cost the company thousands. Everyone looked at me. Some coworkers seemed confused. Others avoided eye contact. Then Richard said the words that completely blindsided me. Pack your things. You're done here. Just like that. 4 years. Gone. No investigation, no conversation, no chance to defend myself. Security even escorted me to my desk. I walked out carrying one small box, humiliated, embarrassed, completely numb. The following Monday, I started updating my resume. Honestly, I expected months of unemployment. Instead, something unexpected happened. One of Brightwell's biggest competitors contacted me. Apparently, several former coworkers had recommended me. After 2 interviews, I received an offer. The salary was 40% higher, better benefits, remote work, 3 days a week, and a manager who actually listened. I accepted immediately. Within weeks, I realized how unhealthy my old workplace had been. People respected each other. Ideas mattered. Credit was shared. Nobody needed to throw employees under the bus to protect themselves. For the first time in years, I actually enjoyed going to work. Then my phone rang. Richard. I ignored it. He called again, then again. Finally, he left a voicemail. Chloe, we need to talk. Curiosity got the better of me, so I called back. His voice sounded completely different. No confidence, no arrogance, just panic. Apparently, after I left, several major projects started falling behind. Nobody knew how many of the internal systems actually worked, because I'd quietly built and maintained most of them. The documentation Richard insisted wasn't necessary. It suddenly became very necessary. Employees kept calling me with questions. Clients noticed delays. Deadlines were missed. Senior management started asking difficult questions. Then came the biggest surprise. An internal audit revealed that the shipping error wasn't mine. It was Richard's. The email approving his changes had been recovered, exactly where I'd said it would be. Suddenly, the truth became impossible to ignore. Richard wasn't calling because he missed me. He was calling because he needed me. He offered me my old position back, then a raise, then another raise. Finally, a management role. I listened quietly, then asked one question. Why would I leave a company that values me to return to one that fired me without listening? Silence for nearly 10 seconds. Then Richard sighed. I made a mistake. He was right. He had. But some mistakes can't be undone. I thanked him for the offer and declined. A week later, I heard Richard had been dismissed. Not because of one mistake, because the investigation uncovered years of taking credit for other people's work, mine included. Several co-workers reached out afterward. They apologized for staying silent during that meeting. I told them I understood. Speaking up against your boss isn't easy. Still, silence has consequences. Today, I lead an operations team of my own. Whenever someone on my team makes a mistake, I ask questions before making judgments, because I've never forgotten what it felt like to be blamed without being heard. Looking back now, getting fired felt like the worst day of my life. It wasn't. It was the day that forced me to stop settling for a workplace that didn't respect me. Sometimes losing a job isn't a setback. It's an escape. The people who truly value your work don't wait until you've left to prove it. They show you while you're still there. And if they don't, someone else eventually will. If you've ever been blamed for something you didn't do or left a toxic workplace behind, share your story in the comments below. Sometimes the biggest career breakthrough begins with the door someone else slammed shut.